My name's Emmanuel Mugaobi Akagaba, and I'm a fourth-year medical student here at the University of Gitwe.
To everyone watching this, hi, I'm Taina, a 23-year-old Rwandan lady, fourth-year medical student at the University of Gitwe.
My name is Mugisha Bienfait. I was born 4th April 94 in Eastern Province of DRC.
Yes, so since I was very young, three jobs always seemed very important to me. See, becoming a teacher, a pastor, or a doctor, because of their impact to our community.
So when I was 15, I watched a family member close to the family suffering from a chronic disease. At that moment, I knew that I needed to be a doctor.
I've always wanted to become a doctor for as long as I can remember. And I believe that my father being a doctor always inspired this feeling. And to me, I always wanted to save lives and add value to people's lives. And there was no better way to do that than taking medicine as a course.
There was a university on Gozi, which admission was easy there, and the school fees was way cheaper than here in Rwanda. So I decided to go and apply there. The first year went well, I did good, but the program in Burundi, medicine takes 7 years, and only that first year the academic year took 16 months, which means that if we were going to take 7 years and the first year only took 16 months, it was going to be very long. So I decided to change and go check in another country. So I went in DRC, in Goma, but there the situation was not good. There was a lot of insecurity. So after 4 months in Goma, I decided to shift. I applied in Uganda, in another university called Kampala International University in Western Uganda. It's like 6 hours from here by car. So in that university I did 3 semesters, but after those semesters, taking exams and continuing was becoming very expensive, and I was worried that I may not be able to finish the medical program. And it became tough, so I had to stop and decided to go back to Rwanda. Yeah, so after that, I was discouraged and I did not want to continue looking for a school anymore. I went back to Kigali and looked for a job. I wanted to start making money like all of my friends were doing, because it had already been 4 years, and looked for a night program where I can do an easy bachelor and continue with trying to look for a career. But then, as I was looking for the new program, that's when I heard of Institut Supérieur Pédagogique of Gitwe, that they had opened a faculty of medicine, that they were still in their first year, and it was possible to join me.
However, my father's death put some financial stress on my family. I was left with my mother that had to take care of me, myself and my siblings, and it was only reasonable that I rule out medicine since it's a very expensive faculty. It took me some time to think about it, and in my high school I decided to always go an extra mile, read for many hours, don't sleep in class, attend every day. I knew I had to get good grades so that I can be admitted in a medical school. When I completed my high school, the only university that had a medical school was the University of Rwanda, but I was lucky enough that during that same year, another university opened, and that was the University of Gitwe. I counted the hours, minutes, and seconds till I got that admission letter. I still believe that it was one of my happiest days.
I attended a primary and part of secondary school in two different towns of DRC. When my family moved to Rwanda, I completed secondary school there. So I grew up in a period of conflict and war. I've seen many people with debilitating illness and not receiving necessary care. So after finishing my secondary school, I wanted to study medicine, but I could not find any medical school in Rwanda. I went back to DRC, in Burundi, in Uganda, searching everywhere, but there were so many barriers. There was insecurity associated with political demonstrations, expensive fees, lifestyle with integrity problems, regulation for foreigners, as well as geopolitical instability, as you know. So after being deceived by all the situations, I was squared to the idea of losing a great part of my dream. My family expected so much from me, but the channel of medical school seemed closed. I saw University of Gitwe medical school came as a solution in a period of hard decision making.
I think that ISPG starting medicine program here is really going to help a lot with the governmental program of health care, because up to now the current statistics says that almost 70% of patients don't see a doctor. They are treated by nurses and community health workers. And if the program of medicine here goes successfully, ISPG will be able to produce new doctors and nurses who can really help in performing very good in the future and try to help overcome all those problems, because most of these 70% of patients who don't reach the doctors are in rural areas.
So I was lucky enough to have the school, the University of Gitwe, opening a new branch of medical school. I believe my school has made great improvements from the day we got here up to today. We have what they call the best lab of the country currently, the anatomy lab. We are so far doing well in all the practicals we are supposed to do, our clinical rotations, but I always believe that there is room for improvement. I believe and hope that the University of Gitwe has made its contribution in training and maturing many healthcare providers. And this is something that Rwanda, East Africa, Africa, and even the world at large still needs.
Continue my career further so that at some point in the future I may become a specialist and even a teacher, so that I can educate more doctors to come, so that we can overcome this problem of healthcare in our country.
In spite of my worries, I keep the faith alive. I still believe that what I want to do after my medical school. I definitely think that pediatrics is my option. If not pediatrics, that will be global health. And yeah, I will be glad to serve my country, East Africa, Africa, and the world at large.
I dream of helping those in greatest needs, those displaced by war, without home, without water and food, the refugees, as well as other people across the world.